2027 Ford Coyote V8 is finally here, and what Ford just revealed might surprise a lot of people. Because this isn't just another small update. This is Ford making a serious statement about the future of the V8. For years, the 5.0 Coyote has been one of the most respected American engines ever built. It first showed up in the Mustang GT back in 2011, and since then, it has grown into something much bigger than just a factory engine. It became a global performance platform. From street builds to track monsters pushing insane horsepower numbers, the Coyote earned its reputation the hard way. But now things are changing. Emission rules are getting stricter. Performance expectations are getting higher, and electrification is starting to enter the picture. So the big question is this: can a naturally aspirated V8 still survive in this new era? Ford's answer for 2027 is clear. Yes, it can, but only if it evolves. And that's exactly what they've done. At first glance, the 2027 Coyote might look familiar. It's still a 5.0-liter V8 with dual overhead cams, 32 valves, and that high-revving character people love. But under the surface, this engine has been reworked in ways that actually matter. One of the biggest changes starts deep inside the engine. Ford has focused heavily on strengthening the internals. We're talking about upgraded connecting rods, stronger materials, improved piston design, and a reinforced crankshaft. These are not small tweaks. These are critical upgrades designed for a much tougher operating environment. And there's a reason for that. Modern engines are being pushed harder than ever before. They run hotter, leaner, and under higher pressure to meet emission standards. That means more stress on every internal component. If the engine isn't built to handle it, reliability takes a hit. Ford clearly understands this, because the 2027 Coyote isn't just built for power. It's built to survive higher cylinder pressures, more aggressive tuning, and longer high RPM operation without breaking down. And here's where it gets even more interesting. These upgrades also hint at something bigger happening behind the scenes. Ford is preparing this engine for the possibility of hybrid assistance. That means electric torque could be added instantly, putting even more stress on the drivetrain. So instead of waiting for that future, Ford is getting ahead of it. The result is an engine that still feels like the classic Coyote, but underneath it's stronger, smarter, and ready for what's coming next. And that's just the beginning. Now, one of the most important upgrades for the 2027 Coyote V8 isn't something you'll see from the outside. It's how the engine delivers fuel. And this is where Ford is getting extremely precise. The modern Coyote already uses a dual injection system, combining port injection and direct injection. But for 2027, Ford has taken this system to another level. The focus is on sharper timing, more consistent fuel pressure, and better atomization inside the combustion chamber. That might sound technical, but here's what it really means for you. The engine burns fuel more efficiently, produces cleaner emissions, and still maintains strong performance at high RPM. And that balance is not easy to achieve. One of the biggest issues with direct injection engines has always been carbon buildup over time. By refining how both systems work together, Ford is reducing that problem while also improving long-term reliability. So you're getting an engine that not only performs better, but also stays cleaner as it ages. And it doesn't stop there. Ford is also improving how the engine breathes, thanks to smarter valve timing control. Variable valve timing has always been a strength of the Coyote, but now it's becoming even more responsive. With updated cam phaser control and refined mapping, the engine can adjust itself faster depending on how you're driving. That leads to stronger low-end torque, quicker throttle response, and a smoother overall feel. In simple terms, the car reacts faster when you hit the gas, and it feels more alive in everyday driving. What's interesting is that this doesn't necessarily mean huge peak horsepower gains. Instead, Ford is focusing on usable power, the kind you actually feel when you're on the road. And that's a smart move, because real-world performance matters more than just numbers on paper. Another area where Ford is stepping things up is cooling. This is especially important for drivers who push their cars hard, whether on the street or the track. For 2027, the Coyote is expected to feature improved oil cooling, better coolant flow, and more advanced thermal management overall. The goal is simple: keep the engine performing consistently even under extreme conditions. Because making power is one thing, keeping that power stable over time is a completely different challenge. And Ford is clearly designing this engine with that in mind. The result is a Coyote V8 that doesn't just perform well for a quick run, but stays strong, lap after lap, mile after mile. And that's exactly what serious drivers are looking for. But here's where things get even more challenging. For Ford, keeping a naturally aspirated V8 alive in today's world isn't just about performance anymore. It's about emissions. Regulations in the United States and around the world are getting tighter every year. And instead of downsizing the engine or switching to turbos, Ford is taking a different approach with the 2027 Coyote. They're refining it. The focus is on making the engine cleaner without taking away what makes it special. That includes better catalytic converter efficiency, improved exhaust temperature control, and more advanced ECU mapping. In simple terms, the engine is becoming smarter about how it burns fuel and manages emissions. And this is a big deal, because most manufacturers are moving away from V8s completely. But Ford is choosing to keep the 5.0 alive, and that means finding a way to make it meet modern standards without killing its character. At the same time, Ford is improving how the engine works with the transmission. The 10-speed automatic plays a huge role in how the car feels. And for 2027, the integration is getting more refined. The engine's torque delivery is now modeled more precisely inside the system. That allows the transmission to predict power delivery and react faster. The result is smoother shifts, better acceleration consistency, and improved launch performance. You might not see this change, but you will definitely feel it when you drive. Now here's something even more interesting. Ford is quietly preparing the Coyote for a hybrid future. While nothing has been officially confirmed yet, the updates suggest that this engine is being designed to work alongside electric assistance if needed. That includes changes to sensor systems, flywheel design, and overall load management. Why does that matter? Because electric motors deliver instant torque. And when you combine that with a V8, the stress on the engine increases instantly. So Ford is engineering this setup to handle worst-case scenarios, even if hybrid systems aren't fully rolled out yet. That's forward thinking. And it shows that the 2027 Coyote isn't just built for today. It's built for what's coming next. Which brings us to performance expectations. If you're expecting a massive jump in horsepower, that's not exactly the goal here. Instead, experts believe the 2027 version will deliver slightly more torque, a smoother power curve, and stronger mid-range performance. So while the peak numbers might not skyrocket, the driving experience will feel noticeably better. And for most drivers, that's what really matters. So what does all of this actually mean when you put the 2027 Coyote V8 into a real car, especially something like the Mustang? It means a better driving experience in almost every way. You're getting sharper throttle response, more consistent power delivery, improved cooling for hard driving, and even better fuel efficiency. It's not just about speed anymore. It's about how the car feels every single time you drive it. And that's exactly why the Coyote still matters. Because the Mustang isn't just another car. It's built around emotion. The sound, the response, the way it pulls through the RPM range. That's what people connect with. And Ford knows that. That's why they've worked hard to preserve the character of this engine. Even with stricter emissions and modern technology, they're still focusing on that signature high-revving V8 sound. Through exhaust tuning, active valve systems, and intake design, the goal is to keep that unmistakable Coyote experience alive. Now let's talk about durability. The current Coyote engines have already proven themselves to be extremely reliable when maintained properly. And for 2027, expectations are even higher. Experts believe this new version can still deliver well over 200,000 miles of lifespan, handle aftermarket upgrades, and maintain strong internal durability under stress. That's huge for enthusiasts. Because the Coyote isn't just popular from the factory, it dominates the aftermarket world. From engine swaps to high-performance builds, this platform has become a favorite for tuners everywhere. And with stronger internals and more refined engine control, the 2027 version could become even more capable. Higher boost potential, cleaner tuning, and more predictable performance. That opens the door for even bigger builds. But when you step back and look at the bigger picture, this engine represents something more. At a time when the industry is rapidly moving toward electrification, Ford is still investing in the V8, not ignoring the future but adapting to it. The 2027 Coyote V8 isn't a complete reinvention. It's a smart evolution. Stronger, cleaner, more advanced, and ready for what's coming next, while still delivering the raw, naturally aspirated performance people love. And that sends a clear message. The V8 isn't gone yet, and if Ford has anything to say about it, the Coyote is here to stay.